Hi guys, Frank here. We officially launched Asimi Pros about 8 hours ago. A little soft launch yesterday, and I could not be happier with the way things are going right now. We've had very few support tickets, and most of the support tickets that we've received have been transaction ID related. If you and very few people that have had those issues actually watch the training video that we have under the tutorial section. So if you go here, tutorial videos, we actually have a video that walks through the whole deposit process and shows where to get the TX ID, the transaction ID, and you're receiving. It's your, we call it your sender wallet, but it's the sender wallet because you're the person sending Bitcoin, but you actually click on the receive button to get your wallet address. And we show that in that video. So if you watch the video, you'll probably be more educated to help your referrals as you bring them in. We got, I think, about 500 subscriptions so far, about 800 members, roughly 1,750, 1,800 ad packs in the matrix right now. So really, really off to a great start. But what I want to share with you is how now that you can go out and market, I want to share with you a technique or a trick or whatever you want to call it that will explode your now. It works in everything that is similar to this, and this is the perfect business for that. So I will not use this as the owner of Asimi Pros, but it is a technique that I use in my Bitcoin Daily, which also has a 365-day daily sub, just like we do. And that is the key for this thing to work because your downline will explode with growth if you add some ad packs of your own so that it's going to grow and you stay consistent in your advertising and bring people in that do the same thing and teach them to do the same thing. So I want to show you what I do, and it's one post a day that I update every single day on my Facebook wall, in my personal wall, and I have recruited from one to two, sometimes three people every single day since the business launched. It's the only place I advertise. So we're going to go over to my Bitcoin Daily now, and you'll see the websites look very similar because we use the same designer. Except I went with a more of a Asimi.io motif there, trying to replicate what the coin website looks like a little bit to kind of blend that in better. So you see, this is my back office. We're going to go to matrix positions, and I'm going to show you what I do and how I do this post every single day and how I refer people. You can see I have 143 total referrals. I have 2,252 total positions in the matrix, but I actually started by buying. I guess I've actually bought 30 and then they added the feeder here. I got like 20 something, but I actually purchased 30 subscriptions the day this business launched. And so I have 30 positions plus all of my downline that purchased have their positions hitting my downline every day. So it grows every day. But even if I didn't have any additional started and I didn't refer anyone, it's going to grow by 30 every day. So one of the keys to this is purchasing as many subscriptions initially as you can afford. So I click into your level one. If you click into your level one, you're going to see how many people you have in your downline total. And so what you need to do is bring up your calculator. And when I started doing this, I had maybe uh, I started doing this post on the day the business launched. So I started out with around 1,000 or less than 1,000 positions when I started making this post, and you'll see where I'm at now. And this works great. So I actually added up 87,442 plus 21,612. I've got 109,054 positions. That's what I have in my top spot. Obviously, my other positions in my Bitcoin don't have that much, but this is my initial position. This is the free position that I got there when I registered before I purchased my 30 subscriptions. When you register at Asimi Pros, you get a free position that locks you in before you purchase ever how many subs you want. And I encourage you to purchase as many as you can afford to start with, and then you can add some more later. But it's key to creating that growth that you're going to use in your post. So now we're going to go over to, see, 109,054. So now we're going to go over to Facebook. And this is my profile. Now I maintain a couple of different profiles. I maintain one just for business, and I maintain one for all of my friends from high school, from, I'm not going to say how many years ago, the people I go to church with, my golf buddies, my family, my sons, my daughter, you know, my cousins, none of them are even friends with me on this profile. As a matter of fact, I block a lot of my personal friends on this profile. This is just for marketing. Marketing, MLM marketing, online marketing, if you try to mix it with people that have no desire for it, you're asking for a disaster and you're asking for people to post things on your wall. It's just going to give you a headache. So market to people that want to, that want to see what you're marketing. They're into the same thing. And so all I've done, it took me, I've had this profile for several years. You can see I have 4,973 friends. You only have 500. About every 2 to 3 weeks, I delete about 150 to 200 people from this profile so that I can add new people and keep it up to around close to 5,000, the max. So what I do, and then I mix in some personal stuff with business. And you can see this is a post I made about launching Asimi Pros about an hour ago. And it's the type of post that I won't use the other posts that I'm going to show you here. Here's had trees trimmed at my house. Here's the post that I want to show you. There's one of grilling out there. So this is the post that I use, and you can see I put it on May 11th. So I'm a little bit behind because I've been busy with Crypto Pros. I usually post this every single day. I mean, with Asimi Pros, I post this every single day. So all I'm going to do is just copy this, and you want to keep the wording as simple as possible because you want it to fit where you can actually put up a colored background because it shows up really well in people's newsfeed. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to open up. And if you're using your phone, you'll have more choices. If you're using your desktop like I'm doing, you'll have fewer choices here. But I'm just going to open up and I'm going to choose something here. We're going to go with this one today. I don't know what that is. We'll go with that color. And then I'm just going to copy what I put in there, paste it in, and my new total was, what, it was 109,054. So I'm just going to change my number, 109,054. And I'm going to post that. And then I'm going to go back down to my post and I put my link in the comments. I don't put it in the post, I put it in the comments here. Copy that, and we'll just come up and we'll put my link in the comments here. We'll paste it. Put that on there and it should come up, and there it did. And then I go down and I delete the old post. Let me tell you something that drives me nuts is if I go to someone's wall and they've got 50 posts, sometimes 2, 3 a day for the same business. So when I put a new, and I may have 5 or 6 different opportunities shared at one time on my wall. Now I never delete my you know my me post, or whatever you call it, the ones that show that I'm a human being. I actually have a house. I do the things you do. I play golf. I go to church. I go out to eat. I grill. I have a family. Yeah, I work in the yard. I do all those things, and I share that on here. But I mix. So I put those in there, and then I mix in my business. And then when I post about another business, such as my Bitcoin Daily, I delete my old post so that when someone comes to my wall and they start scrolling down through it, they don't find 50 posts on the same business. They find one and it's an updated post. So I guarantee you within the next 24 hours, I will receive at least one, maybe 2 more people joining from this post because this is the only place I'm sharing my Bitcoin Daily. And usually right after I share the post, within about, 8 hours or so, I'll pick up another referral. And if you do that starting now with the semi-pros and you purchase enough subs and you bring in some people that purchase subs, whether you have your downline growing at least, 30, 40, 50, 100 subs a day, remember, once you get it growing that big, it's never going to grow less than that. people begin to see that post every day, and you're just consistent with it. When I do this post over here, it literally takes me about, oh, 2 to 3 minutes from the time I open up my Bitcoin day to pull that number, come in here, put a new post up. I choose a different color, choose the happy face or whatever, and I put it on there, and then I'm done. And like I said, I have recruited someone every single day since the business launched, and you can see, like I said, now 143 referrals today. So do that. It works. Stay consistent with it. And if multiple people start sharing this type of post for semi-pros, uh, then it will even be more effective because it will become sort of like a viral type post for a semi-pros. I even have some people cop in and say, "Oh, this is a scam because the number's so big." You know what I do when they do that? I immediately block them because I don't have time for that kind of BS on my wall. This is my billboard. It's where I do business here. It's my business profile, and I have no time to argue with someone. I don't talk religion on this post. I don't talk politics on this post. I don't talk anything on this post but business and sharing some personal stuff on the post. That's it. And it makes me a lot of money a month. And if you start doing that with your Facebook profile or create you a new one and start growing it, it will be the biggest money maker that you have on social media because I've made thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from this profile, just keeping my friends fresh, keeping posts up there, and trying not to clutter it with the same business over and over and over again. Like I said, when I post about one business, I go delete the old post about that business. So when someone's scrolling through, the one last thing you want to do is see that you have the same business posted 20, 30 times over the last month. Delete the old post, keep your personal stuff in there, and you'll begin to see results from your Facebook profile. That's all I've got. Start that with the semi pros. I guarantee you it will work. Just stay consistent with it.